Hi, it's Rupert Hine here from Action Coach near Kinross, and I'm joined today by Ryan Fenton from I4 Product Development. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, Rupert.
So Ryan, tell us what does I4 Product Development do?
It's I4 product design actually, and we do product design and development for clients across a wide range of industries. So probably about 60% of our business is medical devices, so it falls under ISO 13485. It's quite a rigorous process for developing products in that field. But we also design industrial products, consumer, and yeah, a wide range basically. Our engineers can turn their talents to many different things.
Fantastic. And what you've been working in the sector for a long time. You're highly qualified. You're an engineer by training. What
Mhm.
took you into product design?
Well, it's gone back a while now, but I think I was kind of always quite strong at maths and physics and the kind of science-based subjects. That's where my natural abilities lie. But that was the head, and the heart was a creative soul, really, wanting to do creative endeavors. And so product design or design more generally felt like the perfect marriage of those two things.
Fantastic. Now you've worked for other people, you've run your own business, you've created your own consultancy, and now you're working for I4. Um, so what's taken you to the point that you've moved away from the the direct creative bit into running businesses?
I think it's seeing how things could be done better. So having the experience kind of from the ground level up. When I first moved into project management, it was actually quite hands-on project management that I was doing. It was maybe 50% of my role was still engineering, and 50% was with monitoring the work and controlling the workflow of the other engineers. And I was good at it. I think that's what I was getting feedback from the teams around me that they enjoyed working for me and under my leadership, and things were happening mostly smoothly. And so, yeah, I get a big buzz out of solving difficult problems for people, for clients specifically. So they come along with a technical challenge or a commercial challenge. Perhaps they've identified a market space that they think could be lucrative, and it's not always obvious when you're at the start of that journey how you're going to get to the end. But with some experience, you can plot out that roadmap and solve the difficult problems first. That's my approach basically is kind of look at things. What's really going to trip us up here? Okay, let's deal with that first and make sure we can solve that problem. And following that process is kind of make sure that you get to the end result sooner and more reliably.
Yeah, so there's a big piece of really good focused project management in there.
Yes.
And you're working through your team. You've got a substantial team. What have you found's the key to leading a successful team?
Um, Listening to people, and I think that's actually the key to running good projects for clients as well, is really understanding what it is that they're trying to do. What problem are they trying to solve? And that's how you deliver great results for clients, because I think that there are people out there that kind of want to do their own thing. They've got their own idea about what the end solution is, and they can be a little bit focused on that. And that's not the job. Yes, absolutely, add input and add suggestions, but the vision has to come from the inventor or the company that really understands that marketplace.
Yeah,
So, I mean, just to kind of go back to your question, it's the same thing with a team, right? If you're leading from the top and just dictating what you think, that's the wrong approach. You need to be listening to the team, addressing any challenges that they've got, or any concerns, trying to help them solve problems to allow them to do their job well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I4's it's an employee-owned business. So
Yes.
how does that change the way you, does it change the way you lead the team?
Yeah, well, what that actually creates is a culture where, I mean, every employee, once they've been there for 12 months, is a shareholder in the business. And so what that promotes is a culture where the staff feel encouraged really to share ideas, share thoughts on how we could do things better. And so that kind of falls in with my philosophy of good leadership is about being a good listener.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. There's a piece of work done a few years ago um, for government looking at employee engagement and the
Mhm,
billions that are lost to the UK economy through not focusing on it. And they came up with four things. I think you've mentioned three of them so far, which is have a great strategic narrative, know where you're going, inspire people,
mhm,
strong leadership. They called it engaging management, but yeah, that leader who's uh, honest, open, clear, keeps people fixed on the delivery of things, focuses on the system, and listening.
mhm.
And they added integrity, and those four things drive engagement. So what's happened? What's helped you along the way? What's the biggest piece of learning that you've done on your business journey that's helped you get to where you are?
Undoubtedly, it is about relinquishing control. So my previous company that I started up from the ground up, so to speak, it was me and then me plus one and so on. Looking back on that, the biggest learning was about just letting go a little bit. I really found myself stuck in the weeds sometimes in running that business, in that I just wanted to be involved in absolutely everything. So if that was website design or accounts or marketing or areas where it wouldn't be my specialism or my background, I would kind of go in and buy books and read websites and try to become an expert overnight. And that was a mistake. It's the biggest learning is learning to trust other people. Find the right people, people that clearly know more than you, and then trust them to do their job.
Yeah. And I mean, it's the people in the business are absolutely key. And you've just mentioned, find the right people, get the right people on the bus in the right seats.
Mm.
What do you do to help you find the best and the right people?
Uh, Quite a rigorous interview process, if I'm honest. We filter candidates initially through a technical interview where they're asked very challenging questions, and it's not just a closed question where yes, no, it's an open question. Let them kind of see how they think, see how they would approach a problem, and then probe them on that from different angles. And what about this and what about that? So if they make it through that stage, then the next huge important component is personality. Really, it's how open, honest, and direct is that person? How enthusiastic are they? How willing are they to admit any shortcomings? And in an interview situation, I think that's a really good tell. If somebody can, hold their hands up and say, well, I don't know a lot about that particular subject, but this is where I'd go to get a bit of expert opinion or to do some background research. That's a big tick for me. It's that honesty really in their own capabilities and limitations, but also the enthusiasm and the initiative to go away and find solutions to the problem rather than just, hey Ryan, how do I do this? That's not what we want in the business.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got some great people. They've got a great leader. Where are you going? Where's I4 going to be in 5 years?
Well, I was born in Edinburgh. I'm a proud Scotsman, and some a long list of inventions have come out of Scotland, and I really want to. I mean, it's a bit cheesy perhaps to say, but put Scotland back on the map in terms of product design. There are some great companies in Scotland. I've obviously got a great team working there, and I just want to build that reputation and yeah, grow the business clearly, the bottom line and the size, but the reputation of product design expertise in Scotland, outside Scotland. That's the vision really, to become a more widely recognised Scottish design powerhouse.
Fantastic. And what's the next step?
Well, the next step is there's a lot of change going on at I4 at the moment. I took over as MD back in August 2023. Identified a number of areas in the business for improvement, and one of those is systems. So I4 is now just celebrated their 20-year anniversary, and along the way, systems have evolved and bolt-ons have been kind of used to fix problems along the way. And so coming in with a fresh set of eyes, was able to look at that and say, you know what, we actually need to tear some of this up and throw it out and just start again. So we're in the process of systemizing the business, at a kind of operational level, project management, sales, account, and yeah, I think it's probably a painful few months that we're going to be going through. Well, we've already started that process, and it is, we've already encountered a few challenges, but ultimately, by Q3, we're going to have all the tools in place to really be able to monitor the not only the projects but the business as a whole, and also the kind of sales funnel, to be able to pull the right levers at the right times, be quite reactive and agile in how we do things, identify problems earlier. If not just within the business but on client projects, if something's running off track, or it allows the new systems allow the engineers, the project managers, everybody, more transparency on what's going on in the project and the clients, so that we can solve those big problems early, as I mentioned, at the start of the call.
Fantastic. So it's a great leadership, great people in place.
Yeah, it really is a fantastic team. So this is a bit different to what I've done before, right? It was, industrial design, mechanical engineering, kind of physical products, is my 20-year history. I4 has got a wider remit. I've got a team of electronics engineers, team of software developers, and also regulatory specialists. So it's really kind of full spectrum product development that we're doing, and I can proudly say the engineers in all those different disciplines are the best I've ever worked with. Really, really talented people at I4. So definitely got the right team around me.
Fantastic. And you're listening to them. You've got a great vision for the future. It's going to be fascinating to watch you put Scotland back on the map.
Yeah, well, it's certainly an exciting time. We're working with some fantastic clients, and they see the value in what we do. So very high level of repeat business and referrals come through I4. So I've got quite a strong reputation, and it's about building that out and telling more people about what we can do for them.
Absolutely. Well, that's brilliant. Well, Ryan, thank you very much indeed for sharing all of that with us.
Yeah, thank you, Rupert. Nice to talk to you.